92.6 FM Radio Film. I don't like that many Christmas tracks, but that is one of the ones that I put in my list of ones I do like. What do you think, Paul?
I absolutely adore it, but you know what, Phil, listening to it, I always want to clear my throat listening to Chris Rea, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Right, so welcome to the programme. Paul Pennington, and from Word on Health.
A very good morning, sir.
We're talking about migraines and also anger at Christmas. Gosh, getting angry at Christmas, hopefully not, but I guess it does go on, doesn't it? Especially if you get a migraine, of course.
Well, absolutely. And sadly, you know, there'll be a lot of people out there who will have their Christmas blighted by this condition. It affects 15% of the UK population, yet 60% of sufferers don't go to the GP and talk about it. The Migraine Action Association tell me what happens is quite often someone goes to doctor, doesn't get the solution, and then becomes disaffected and goes, right, well, I know how to sort of medicate myself, goes to the pharmacist and buys whatever they think is right off the shelf without actually consulting the pharmacist, because there's a point of great information, highly trained individuals who can help migraine sufferers, and they sort of pre-prescribe themselves. Now, what we're saying is that there are new treatments, new sort of procedures, etc., more GPs turned on to migraine. So it's a very individual condition. So you can't give up with migraine. You have to keep coming back to GP, working with GP. They've only got a limited amount of time to do sort of help you. So you can help yourself this Christmas. If you are one of those people who, you know, suffers from migraine 13 times a year and it's not just a bad headache, there are nausea, visual disturbances, all sorts of things wrapped up in that. Make a diary, day by day. You can access this via the Word and Health website. We can put you onto the Migraine Action Association. You can get a copy of this diary and map out your experiences with migraine, and then give it to your GP in the new year. Work with them. You'll be able to find out trigger points. You'll be able also as well to work with the GP on the various treatments and procedures that are available, which might make Christmas next year migraine-free.
Is there a definition between an ordinary headache and a migraine?
Well, yes, there is. I mean, we all know that there's headaches because, you know, we've had a bit of a night of it, or, you know, we're suffering from other conditions such as colds, etc. And these sort of go away very quickly. They're sort of, you know, one of those things that we can look to, you know, all those sort of paracetamol type products that can help us. But, you know, what you're talking about here with migraine is something that's an intense throbbing headache, often only on one side of the head, visual disturbances, blind spots, distorted vision, flashing lights, zigzag patterns, nausea, vomiting, sensitivity to light and to sounds. And these attacks can sadly take place for up to 3 days. I know a couple of good friends of mine suffer from these, as I say, and they're just completely out of action. And I really feel sorry for them, and they've tried absolutely everything, but it does take time. One of my friends recently has found the solution for herself, and it was a combination of lifestyle and treatment, and now she suffers maybe once a year. And as I say, she was suffering about 13 or 14 times. So it can be done, but it does need perseverance.
Right, and just taking paracetamols or even stronger tablets often doesn't work at all. Is that right?
Well, absolutely. And if you are taking any sort of medication longer than a couple of days, then really should be having a conversation with your GP about that, or talk to the pharmacist. As I say, there is a body of men and women out there on the high street, local to you, who've got exceptional experience, are trained, and have to keep their professional development going all the way through their career. So you can always turn to pharmacists and ask about these sort of things, and don't be afraid. I mean, I know sometimes it can be difficult if you're suffering, nobody understands sort of thing, but these are people who are trained to listen, and they want to listen, and they want to help.
I'll tell you what, we'll take a break there with a bit of music. We're going to come back with anger at Christmas in just a moment.
Okay, Phil, cheers.